Hello, everyone. Simone Henry here from Eshe Music. Last week, I did a short video talking about a new perspective that we got from an artist on about showcases for Christian indies. And I wanted to, I guess, give you some more detail on that conversation and, some of the conclusions that we came to. And wanted to ask you all if you think Eshe should do it. Because, to be honest, Kevin and I have been against it from the very beginning. We saw it as something that is really just money making for some of these event organizers. We just didn't like how some of these programs have been going. But then I spoke to an artist last week, and she said that it was great practice for her, and that it just really helps an artist to hone their stage presence and to get better with their performance and with their artistry, musicianship, all of that. Hi, TC. You have a question? What's your question? Well, while you're typing your question, one other thing that some other things that this artist told me that was really helpful for her when she was doing her showcases was that it brings people together. Of course, it brings artists together. Another thing that I never really liked was that the only people that are in the audience usually at showcases are other artists, and I'm thinking, well, if you're just there with other artists, you're not really getting any new fans necessarily. But she said, it helps you're meeting those new people, and who knows, some of those other artists can turn into fans. It helps the artist to practice singing in different situations, such as empty rooms, because what happens a lot is that when artists, they sing, then they roll out, they leave. And hey, Kevin, and if you're last on the program, you end up singing to an empty room. Well, that's also something that new artists need to learn how to do, and need to learn how to handle themselves in different situations, singing to a full room or an empty room. You have to learn how to do that. If say you're a jazz artist or a blues artist or neo soul, and you're singing in venues like bars and clubs, like Kevin always says, we need to get out of the church and we need to sing in some of these other venues. Well, if you are singing in those other venues, then you need to know how to handle yourself, because a lot of times people aren't paying attention to you, really. They're ordering drinks and they're ordering food and they're talking to the waiters and trying to get their order right, and they're chatting with each other across the table, and so you have to learn how to handle yourself in those situations. So when you're the last person in line at the showcase, you have to learn how to handle yourself singing to an empty room. And to answer your question, TC, we're not sure yet, but we might. We just might. And we were thinking of doing it in such a way that the artist not only gets practice, but they get some good feedback. If we do a showcase, we're not going to have it where, there's a panel up front behind a table, and they're going to you're going to get critiqued as soon as you get off the stage or as soon as you're done singing, because now you're getting critiqued in front of all these people, and that can be embarrassing if it's like if it's really, really bad. Not that the artists that we work with are really, really bad. I haven't seen any really bad artists. What we have seen are artists who, they may be great with singing, but they need, help with stage presence, or they may be good with stage presence, but they need some vocal help or instrument help or, things like that. I've never seen anybody that is just bad across the board. So please don't, Also, let's see, something else that we're doing here at Eshe is that we are working on an online course that will help artists to market themselves better and to build a fan base, and make money with their music. A lot of artists that we meet are spending money, but they're not making much. So, of course, you're going to have to spend money with the course, of course. But we're not going to charge you a ton of money. Hi, Jeanette. We're not going to charge you a ton of money. And we are, we're going to help you to get something back. We keep telling artists, build a fan base, build a fan base, build a fan base. Well, we're going to show you how to do that. Okay? And, Kevin, since you're on, look what came today. So I'm working on this, setting this up, and we're going to be, we're putting together some stuff for this course. So artists, if you have questions, please let us know. And so that when we put together our course, that we're actually answering the questions that you have. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm not an artist. I've been singing all my life in church. I love music. I love all different kinds of music. But I'm not an artist. I don't get up on stage and sing. I barely get up on stage at all, which is something that's probably going to change. And so we need your feedback. We need to know what things are like, what life is like, what being an artist is like from your perspective, so that when we serve you, we can serve you properly and give you the things you need. Okay? I think that is it. Anybody else want me to talk about anything else? Because I'm about to go have some pizza. Number one things, marketing and building a fan base, to reiterate what Kevin James just said. Also, by the way, there's a link above my head that I put in the Facebook post. Click on that link if you want to see our original answer to this whole showcase issue. And I guess what I'll have to do is put this video up next to that one, so you can kind of see our original thoughts on it, and then kind of what we're thinking now. So yeah, we might do some showcases pretty soon. Who knows? So no other questions. I'm gonna sign off and say have a great afternoon, guys. Enjoy the sun. It's really sunny here, and I'm loving it. I love summer. Yeah. Okay. Bye.